meet us.
Round 1. Fight.
Good evening, everyone. I thought I'd give you some commentary over a couple of my highlight Negan matches that I had today. I had a really decent session. I basically went straight through the red ranks to Mighty Ruler, even though I already have a bunch of games on the character, but that's basically the way it goes with me when I learn a new character. I usually really struggle and experiment and do a lot of weird stuff and get demoted in the beginning, and then once I've sort of gotten warmed up and found my way a little bit with the character, I usually climb all the way back up. I have a pretty slow learning curve as a player with new characters most of the time. But we're going to play this Yoshi first, with punish there with the down forward 2. And that's going to be the bread and butter combo for most of Negan's main launchers. The combo meta has sort of boiled down to that combo for the most part. You're going to see it again in a little bit if you're curious exactly what it is, but you probably know by now. That's 2-2 for a quick whiff punish. It's one of my favorite strings of the character. You will see me overuse it in this match and in all these matches. Was out of range for the upward 4 to connect right there, so I didn't get the full combo. I'm trying to find the mid here. Here you can see the combo. Up forward 4, forward 3, 2 for the ender, and that sets up some really nice Oki. You can do a running 2 like that, and then you get some plus frames on block if they block, and you can go straight into a mix-up. Here he's gonna catch me with a hop kick, but I'm able to see that low, which was nice, and so that was a decent little finish. My next opponent was a Marduk. He was a very decent player, but you're gonna see something annoying about this matchup right here. See the up forward 4, how it's inconsistent right there? I've actually found that it will be inconsistent on some of the larger male characters, which is weird. But I've seen it with a lot on King and Armor King and Marduk, so I find that very annoying because I really want, 100% reliable consistency in my bread and butters. And if I can't find that, then I just change the combo. So I might actually I might have to figure out different combos for some of these characters if I can't figure out why the move is whiffing. And you can see it happen. Same thing right there. And that wasn't a weird angle or anything. The up forward 4 should have connected in my opinion. Gonna break the tackle mix up. He whiffs the down back 2. I should have whiff punished for the round, but I was a little bit too cautious. So I go up and get a toe breaker for the ender instead, which was risky. Here you can see I don't really know what to do for the low parry combo with Negan yet, so I just spin and go for the no exceptions. No exceptions is one of those cool strings that I love that will reset the damage scaling at the end of a combo, but still actually be a consistent combo, like Excavator from Gigas, like 434 from Bob. I like or love those enders for those characters, because you can shore up your combo damage at the end of a combo if you got an awkward early spin, if you have a weird angle, if your opponent is turned the wrong way, and you know that you can get at least a very respectable chunk of damage at the end of your combo. And so that's what you should use enders like that for, and I kind of love that Negan has a good one. With the down back 2 right there was not good. So yeah, I just run up and do 1+2 there for no reason. I think that might have been a mistake, and then he just does an unblockable. So I lose that round pretty pathetically. And there you can see the 2-2-2 string. It has 4 hits. You can stop anywhere along the way, obviously, and keep your opponent guessing, and that will cause them to hesitate. And sometimes if you finish the string, you can get really good damage, like in that scenario. Managed to break the tackle mix-up again. And here I didn't quite know if I was going to get the actual wall combo, so I just go for the no exceptions at the wall, and you can see it works fine there as well. And there I stop the 2-2 string early, and I interrupt the rage drive with down forward 1-1. This guy I'm going to play next, Jinkaso. I've played him many times on many different characters actually. He's a very decent player. Maybe a little bit of a random online rival of mine. You know how sometimes you have opponents that you run into a lot that you respect, and I kind of respect this guy. We played twice today, by the way. This is spoilers, the match I won, but he beat me in the other one. So just to be fair, I'm gonna let you know. The reason I struggle with this guy is that I always try and find his hell sweeps, and I duck randomly. He never does a hell sweep when I predict it, and he always does one when I don't. And so he has like 100% success rate with hell sweeps against me. But that's not the biggest problem. The biggest problem, and really, you know, why that works as a strategy for him is it means I'm ducking when he's doing mids, which means that he's launching me for free, which is not good. That's kind of what you want to use low for strategically, is to force the opponent to duck, right? So you can see I'm not doing well at all here.
Round 3. Fight.
Didn't punish that properly. And that while standing 1, while standing 2 was completely wrong. There was no way that was going to connect in that scenario. So a bunch of mistakes and sloppy play. And here I get a little bit lucky and get a whiff punish with the power crush. And just the fact that I got that combo and it gave me time to sort of breathe and reevaluate a little bit, it kind of ended up being the turning point for the match. And sometimes that's all you need. You kind of need that opportunity to just refocus, clear your mind, regroup a little bit, and then you start doing a lot better, and the dynamic and momentum of a match can really shift. So I think that's a good lesson, to not give up halfway through a match. Sometimes you feel like, oh, there's no way I can beat this guy, and then if you manage to stay focused and you manage to at least try, a lot of the time you'll surprise yourself. Couple of running 2s right there, really good.
Fight.
And that's the 2-2 string. You can see I really love it. Down 4-2 for the whiff punish here, or the interrupt. And you can see I'm always alternating the number of hits I do when I use 2-2-2. And I managed to confuse them enough that I keep on getting hits. And that's down forward 1-1. Your sort of main mid string with Negan. The down forward 1 by itself is actually very decent. It's kind of awkward. It looks weird. Doesn't look like a punch. It doesn't have that, you know, normally it would be like a kidney shot or a gut punch somehow. Negan just kind of slaps his wrist around a little bit, but it is a very decent little mid. That's the new wall combo that you're going to see most people use most of the time after a splat. It's 1 jab down 3+4. Completely guaranteed, very good damage. Doesn't work when the opponent is spun at the wall though. They have to actually be splat on the wall. So if you're in a situation where your opponent is, you know, with their legs in the air near the wall, you have to do down forward 3-1, down forward 3-1. And then quarter circle forward 1 for the knife stab. And I'm sorry my voice is going a little bit right now, but I actually have a pretty bad sinus infection right now. I was hoping that wouldn't show, but I'm in a little bit of pain right now, so my voice is, yeah. Let's not talk about that, let's look at the match instead. So, fighting Josie. You see right there, I did 4-4-2 with Negan, and his down 4-2 went straight through it, which I thought was very odd. The angle was a little bit off, but I'm like, I feel like my move should have won in that scenario, and I found that very, very strange. But then, at the start of the next round, the exact same thing happens again, the exact same scenario, and so that's just a weird overlap for those two hitboxes. If you have a look at it right here, see that? He does do a quick sidestep both times, so it's actually pretty cool by him. But I feel like most other characters, most other moves, they wouldn't have gotten through that. I think it's actually some sort of weird crush property of Josie's down 4-2, which, you know, famously has these really great crush properties. 1+2 throw. It doesn't really give you great Oki, but it is a nice high damage throw, so it definitely does its job. And this guy didn't have a good track record of breaking it, which meant that I decided to use it against him quite a bit. I open with the Power Crush right there, which you should be careful with doing, but when you're fighting against very aggressive characters like Josie, Huarong, maybe Julia, maybe a Law. Law can be dangerous, by the way, because he'll go for lows, and that will beat the Power Crush, but it's very, very good if you know your opponent's going to swing, because you're going to get a combo at the start of the round. But if you're playing against somebody who you think is going to be defensive, then usually be careful. The reason I could do it at the start of the first round against this guy is I played him the game before, and I sort of knew and had a feel for him, and I felt like, okay, the Power Crush is going to work. But if you've never played the opponent before and you don't know how they're going to come out, if they're going to come out swinging, then be very careful with it, because it is very dangerous to overuse. That's down 2. It's probably my favorite move with Negan. Very good long range counter hit mid, massive damage, very satisfying to use. And here I'm going to interrupt the switch stance mix up with one jab. It's a good thing too, because that counter hit low would have actually killed me right there. And here he's getting a little bit annoyed, and he's swinging a little bit too much, so he gets caught by that launcher. And I'm gonna basically put him in the corner and bully him for the round and the promotion here. I think my opponent might have tried to pull his internet cable here at the end, but don't worry, I actually got the promotion anyway. I hope you enjoy the game, guys. I'm certainly enjoying Negan, and we're gonna make more videos on him very soon, so stay tuned for that. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and bye bye.